Hey guys, getting started working on the headache rack some, and yesterday spent a little time doing some design with some cardboard. Every good fabricator knows what that's for. And cut a couple pieces, and I'm going to go over showing you what I decided to do and what we're going to do today. So, here we go. So, any fabricator knows that we use cardboard to make templates and stuff to see what we think, see what things look like, so on and so forth. This one's been cut up even more after I decided what I liked and what I didn't like. But originally, the conversation was what was this right here, and I ended up cutting the cardboard to where it fit in there. And the question was I going to put lights like this? Was I going to bring it out here and bring it straight down? Was I going to angle it with the roll bar? Or was I going to do lights like this in the top of the roll bar? You know, there was a lot of conversations had, and after looking at some stuff, I really like the idea of putting my light pockets like that, to where they're up high. Now, if I put anything in the bed of the truck, you can still see the lights over top of it. Because if you do this and they start coming down the sides, I just like the way that looked better. And so, other people's going to have different opinions, and I could have done it that way. This is the way I chose to go. The next question was I going to make this angle here match the angle of this here, and I decided not to. The part I'm going to make is going to be straight down with a rounded corner. And so now that we got that figured out, we know the roll bar is 3 inches wide, so I need to make a 3-inch wide box. And I cut my first piece of metal, which I used some of the old record bed to make this. This is going to be the back piece, so nobody's really going to see it once I get it done. And this is actually for that side over there, because I want to use this, the nicer outside, but this is the part I grind it on. It'll go on the inside, the other side. But it's going to go like right like that, get welded on, and then I'll make another part for the outside. And I was playing, if you see some of my scribe marks here, you really can't, you kind of see that one. You can see I put a 4-inch circle. And the reason I done that was to kind of lay out and see where I wanted to put lights at in it. Now this is just me looking. So I ended up making it a little bit longer so I could give myself some more room, because I'm going to put a little reverse, a bed light, dome light, whatever you want to call it, the light that lets you see stuff in the bed. I'm going to pop one of them in the corner here to operate off that system. So anyways, there's that. So now what I got to do is I got to make 3 more of these. 2 of them will have holes laid out in them, and I have to make another 3-inch wide strip. So I'm going to lay those out and cut those out, and I'm going to cut them using the bandsaw, which is over here. We've used that little bandsaw to cut all kinds of stuff. And then what I can't cut with the bandsaw, I'll be over on the welding bench cutting it with a death wheel and using a grinder to clean some edges up and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to make these panels, and once I get them made, I'll see you guys. We'll talk about how we're going to put them together. So, give me some time. Split second for you guys. Be half a day for me. See you in a second. So the plasma cutter quit working on me the other day, and I'm back today, and I've drilled me a hole there, and we actually got a line mark, so we tried using a fly cutter, and that didn't work. So I'm back to cutting these out using the old jigsaw and a metal blade. So I've got one hole cut, and it's the one I cut with the plasma cutter. I've got it all cleaned up. And where's my ear go? Right there. That's where I plasma cut it. And that's where I had to cut a couple relief cuts there, and that's where I was able to go around it with the jigsaw. So we're still in business. I'm still trying to get this fixed. I'm going to cut the rest of these out with the jigsaw, drill a hole, and just work my way around it. And then I'll have some pieces to weld together. So we got the fan running in the background there because, well, it's the only air conditioning we got for the shop. I've got my 3-inch band here laid out, and I've got some magnets. I'll show you. Magnets sitting on the band, and this is one of my pieces I cut.
And I've got them where they're holding this up, and it is flush with the outside of my band, and I flush the end of it here with this end. And so the first thing I'm going to do is tack this piece on here, and then go ahead and weld it. And then I'm going to lay the other piece here on the back side whenever that chance comes. And then we'll be able to heat this up and bend it. So I'm going to go ahead and tack this in a few places to move it around. Now it's on one piece, I'm going to go ahead and weld down through there. Okay, so I've got the next piece set up here. I've got the magnets holding it in place. And I've also run the square off the back side of the other one, all the way up and down through here to make sure that it lines up properly being square. I go over to the other side because these should be cut identical. So if I hold the square there, that should touch just like that. I'm going to flush it with the front of a 3-inch strap so I know it's 3 inches wide. Go over here to the other side. And there we are. I've got a bit of a bow there, so I'll come up here and check it. It'll be pretty good right there. So now that piece is ready to tack. So I'm going to go ahead and tack it in place. Okay, Dad's getting the torch ready because I'm going to pull on this. He's going to heat this right here, and we'll get this to bend around it. And then I'll go ahead and tack the ends of it while it's warm and laying down. I'm not putting a bunch of force on it, I'm just kind of pulling just a little bit. I'm letting the heat do all the work. Okay. So now I just weld both those sides up, and then we'll cut this right here to fit the box, or to fit around the box will fit in the tubes. So I've got my boxes made. I've got help here too. And so here's the box with the two holes.
I decided not to drill a hole right here for now. I can always come back and drill it later. It's pretty simple. But so I got to get the boxes held up there where I want them to be at. Make sure they're square and level before I tack them. So once again, and Kagan, this makes Kagan happy. Line it up between the two lights there, Kagan.
Yeah, I know between the two lights.
Okay, you got the box? Okay, Kagan's gonna hold the box in place. We've got the strap lined up between the two lights on the other side. And I am going to, here, I'll push this. There we go. So now we're gonna just tighten that up in place. Now from there, I can take measurement off the bedside.
Use number 172 for a ratchet strap.
There's a 16 and a 16th. 16 and a 16th. And I'm not quite a 16th. Just gotta figure this off a little bit. Got my nice little rubber mallet here. Give her a little tappy tap tap.
I think that was only 30 seconds. You might have to do it again.
Nope, 16 and a 16th. Now let's see what this side does. 16 and a 16th. Look at that. Gorgeous. So now let me line this camera up, show you from the back side what we look like now. So this fixture will sit here. There'll be one over there where Kagan's at, so I have one on each side, and I'm gonna do brake lights with reverse signal in this. Matter of fact, I'll get one of them real quick. Oh, ta-da! Looks like that right there. So it's actually got a reverse light in the middle of it, which I'll actually double as a dome light back here, where the ones on the back will be reverse lights. But I'll have one of those and each of that, so I'll have upper brake lights on my bar, which you've seen those on a lot of the manufactured beds, and then I'll also have a dome light in that, plus I'm gonna have one in the center for my backup camera and everything. But that's a whole nother deal on that later. So now it's time to tack the corners of this and remove this ratchet strap that belongs to Kagan so I don't melt it. And then I'll burn this one in.
Hey, that is mine.
I've already drilled my hole here so I can run my wiring through the bar. And I gotta drill my other hole, and I'll show you guys a trick later about how to get wire inside the bar. So, action! It's dark already. Why is it dark already for? Oh man, all the extra lights making it super sensitive.
Is it the light that's making it super sensitive, or did you have sensitivity?
The sensitivity might need to be adjusted. Great, my welding helmet's a snowflake.
I'm just sorry. Remember Mr. Deeds, the one guy in the woods? I'm just thinking about him welding. You know exactly which one I'm talking about.
What?
Hey look, I see deer. Comes up to a straightaway, can look right and left at the same time.
Oh yeah. Old Steve Buscemi. Okay. Man, I don't like that. I'm gonna put it. I may have to turn the welder down when I go to weld this whole thing. I might have it a bit too hot.
What is your favorite old school Adam Sandler movie?
Ta-da! That's a good question for you guys. Comment below. What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie? I'm kind of a Happy Gilmore guy.
Yeah, see? Alright.
So as you can see, they're all welded in. Everything looks good. I've grinded down the welds. We're gonna do filler, primer, and that kind of stuff, sand everything down. So my welds didn't look too terrible bad, but I wanted a good flush fit with it. And I went ahead and drilled a hole right here, which I'm gonna have to put me a shroud here, something that's gonna bolt onto this to cover it. And I want the wiring harness to run down back here in front of between the bed and the cab for the lights for the headache rack. So, and I burnt the far out of myself today between hot bits and welding and grinding, and because it's hot and I didn't want to put nothing on, and I am sweating like crazy. Guys, it's like 80 some degrees and the humidity's stupid here. So, we're about ready to call it a day and go have some dinner. But before we do, I want to show you the light pockets from the correct side.
And he ain't lying about the humidity here. It's so bad, I saw a fish swimming up in that tree.
I think he's hallucinating at this point. So, right there is the finished product. I'll have 4 great big old lights crossed back through there. They're going to have reverse lights built into them. If I ever decide I want to knock another hole, I can. I've got room for one of them little 3/4 lights. I can knock a hole right there and make some nice room for it. But we're to the point now that the next time I'm in here working on the bed, which may be tomorrow at this point, I'm not sure, I'm going to be moving it around and trying to flip it up on its headache rack side so I can do the finished welding underneath of it. Because, guys, I'm hoping here in the near future that it'll be time to paint this thing and be done with it, because I got other projects wanting to go, and I'll share one with you real quick. There'll probably be a YouTube short video about this, but right now today there's no service. I ain't been able to film much anything, but I'm gonna add it on to the end of this one. I got a new part for the Lodestar. I know everybody thinks that project's dead and gone, but it's still there. We had something pop up the other day and I went, ooh, I gotta go get it. It'll be perfect for that truck. Check that out. So I don't know what this came out of. I almost think this is an aftermarket seat setup. And so if you grab this little lever right here, I gotta think, yeah, like that right there. Obviously a lot of this needs redone, but you know what? For what I got in it, I can handle that. It needs cleaned up awfully bad. And then Kagan, make her a bench again. And show the bottom hideaway. Looky there. So, yeah, I think it's gonna be a nice international gray. That worked out great, right? That almost matches the paint color for the front grille. And so that'll help me tie some of the inside together. Right now the seat is tan, and it's got these tan door panels, which I gotta redo some of the seal and stuff here anyways. So I'll take that, put black seal in it. I'll paint the door panels gray, have the gray seat in it. It'll look like it was meant to be that way. And then I'll do a gray headliner too. So,
You know what we need to do for the headliner?
what's that?
We need to see if we can get a flag or something to put up there and have the IH into it.
That'd be cool, but I have an idea on the headliner. I haven't told Kagan about it yet. So guys,
You don't tell me nothing.
no, I don't tell Kagan nothing. I like to wait and like break it on him right before we get ready to film it or something, so he gets all giddy and excited and it gives him energy for the video. So if you guys like what you've been seeing, what we've been working on, whether it be my truck or the International, which has been out of the game for a little while,
Or any of my stuff.
any of Kagan's stuff, which he doesn't film.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to get update videos. Hey, look, Kagan's working on Shopper again. So, if you like what we're doing, give us a like down below.
Like, subscribe, comment, tell us what you like, what you don't like, because let's face it, everyone's more prone to telling us what they don't like than what they actually
Kagan
like.
says if you guys want to talk about how ugly he is in the comments, he's okay with that.
Yeah. If you think I'm ugly, instead of saying it at your computer or your phone, comment it. I'll tell you what, I'll read it.
He might agree with you. But guys, that's it for this one. The light pockets are done, and we'll see you guys later.
See ya.